And then that just got, you're saying from that moment is when
Yeah.
until,
Yep.
which leads obviously to you and Stephen A. Hey, legit, that feels like a moment that had been brewing for a long time.
He's like on a Taylor Swift tour run right now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we're watching it.
Yep.
We're all seeing it.
Oh yeah.
We're all, you're seeing it as well. It's,
He literally, it started off with, I didn't want to address it.
Yeah, sure.
I didn't want to address it. I wasn't going to address it. But since the video came out, I feel the need to address it.
you will be not to talk about it.
Are you kidding me? If there's one person that couldn't wait to the video to drop so you can address it, it's your ass. Like seriously, it's, and like another, he completely like missed the whole point. The whole point. Never would I ever not allow people to talk about the sport, criticize players about what they do on the court. That is your job, to criticize or to, be in a position where, okay, if a guy's not performing, that is all part of the game. That's all part of the game. But when you take it and you get personal with it, it's my job to not only protect my damn household, but protect the players. And I think a lot of the media, including him, and I know he's gonna be happy as hell. He's gonna be smiling from ear to ear when he hears me talking about him again. Oh my God, he's gonna get home and grab some ice cream out of the fucking freezer and sit in his chair and his tighty whities on the couch.
I hope at some point you two do get a chance. But you're right.
Dude, relax, bro. Relax. Seriously, just.
How do you feel about the way the game is covered? New players are covered, because this is a big topic of conversation with the NBA. We have Tyrese Halliburton, who comes through. We love Tyrese.
Oh, he's
the man.
Tyrese loves you too.
Tyrese is great. Love that.
Yeah, man. Y'all see it, man. This is what LeBron had to say about the beef, between him and Stephen A. Smith. A lot is going on between them two. I'm pretty sure a long history between the two has been boiling, and things have been firing off. And I think Stephen A. had lit this fire, but we're gonna go ahead and see what Stephen A. had to say about the Lebronversation.
Let you figure out why that is. But moving on from that particular subject, I don't happen to consider anything that LeBron has said a laughing matter. So moving on,
it doesn't really cost that much to create.
Tighty whities comment was funny because I don't wear tighty whities. Let you figure out why that is. But moving on from that particular subject, I don't happen to consider anything that LeBron has said a laughing matter. So y'all wanted me to be serious, I'll be serious. And I know there's some people out there that's going to be like, oh, I'm milking the story for all it's worth. Well, I've been winning in television for quite some time. I don't need an incident like this to talk about LeBron, and I don't need an incident like this to get ratings. LeBron gives us plenty of ammunition to talk about him, both good and bad. So let's get that out the way first. Let's also get out the way that major props to Pat McAfee for getting that interview. There's a lot of people that's been texting me, and he's a teammate. He's on ESPN. Why would he do that? Please, y'all, be quiet. Pat McAfee did nothing wrong. Pat McAfee did his job. Pat McAfee has a show that airs on ESPN. You have an opportunity to get LeBron James, you take him. I don't give a damn who you are. This is one of the greatest players in the history of basketball. You get him. If you have an opportunity to get him, you get him. And I didn't think that Pat McAfee disrespected me or did me wrong in any way. He did his job, and I got no problems with it. My issue is with LeBron James. And I just want to say for the record, LeBron James is full of it. And in this particular instance, as it pertains to his son, he is a liar. And he went on national television today and he lied again. You see, when he approached me while I was sitting courtside at that game against the New York Knicks, when he rolled up on me, I didn't know he was going to roll up on me. I had no idea. But when he said what he had to say, I was in no position to give any kind of retort without making a scene. It was during the third quarter. It was fresh out of a timeout. It was him walking to the basketball court. It was on national television. The cameras were rolling. And had I done something, what do y'all want me to do? You want me to act? You want this to be a reincarnation of Chris Rock and Will Smith? And let me state for the record that while we bring up that, let me assure you, it wouldn't have gone down like that. I would have gotten my ass kicked, because had that man put his hands on me, I would have immediately swung on him. Immediately. That I'm not going to tolerate. But I knew he wasn't going to do something like that. There was no fear in my mind about it. It was shock. Because as I have repeatedly stated, I was not talking about his son. I was talking about him. And whether it's the video that you saw him a couple of days later after that incident when he was talking to Richard Jefferson, my colleague at ESPN, before an ABC game in Boston when it got blown out that night by the Celtics, or in the aftermath of it, including Pat McAfee's show when he talked about me getting personal and taking it beyond basketball, I'm getting to a point where I'm getting very annoyed at people who cover the game of basketball, who cover professional sports, pundits out there, including him, his inner circle, his family members, and everybody else included. When are y'all going to ask him or hold him accountable for the truth? I have not been talking about Bronny James. I have not, as LeBron James accused me of doing to my face, been shitting on his son. I clapped back at D Wade and Melo, two brothers I love dearly, when they were talking about this, even though 99% of the stuff they said was right. It was not clapping back at his son. Your second round pick, 55th overall. There's been plenty of second round picks that have to work their way up through the ranks before getting to the pro level. Me pointing that out about his son and talking about how his son has been pushed to the forefront, thereby put in a line of fire for folks in the media to come at him, is not denigrating his son. It's simply highlighting what we all knew, which is that he's not ready yet. But based on what we've seen from Bronny recently, there are indications that he will be. And as LeBron James pointed out on the Pat McAfee show today, it's probably sooner than later, because his growth and his maturation from just a year ago has happened by leaps and bounds. Nothing but respect and appreciation. Wishing Bronny nothing but the best. This is not about Bronny. This is about LeBron. This is about LeBron. And when you sit up there and you talk about, I love talking about, I don't need something like this to happen to talk about LeBron. He plays for the Lakers. He is LeBron James. I don't need an incident like this to talk about LeBron James. And do I use him for ratings? You're damn right. Like I use anything in the news for ratings. Because I'm a reporter and a personality and a pundit and a commentator. That's my career. Of course I talk about him.
What's good? What it do? It's your boy Purple Lips. Y'all see what's going on. It's the drama, man, between Stephen A. and your boy LeBron. LeBron had a conversation on Pat McAfee show, and you know he had brought up Stephen A. and Stephen A. had me, and LeBron had his little take on it. You saw LeBron had his little jokes on it. He didn't take it too serious, but he didn't really want to mention Stephen A. name, but he didn't want. It was no way around it. You know what I mean? It was inevitable. It was gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? Especially in the timing and everything. So he had asked the question and he responded. You know what I mean? Me personally, you asked me, I don't personally think that Stephen A. was out of bounds completely. I feel like eventually it got under LeBron's skin because I know he's been poking at him for years, and but I feel like with this particular subject, under talking about his son, he felt the need to defend his son, and I know he tried to throw it in there like he had to defend his household and the rest of the players. But really, you know what it was about. He got sensitive about his son, and it's okay. I understand he had to step up at some point. You can understand while a man will be have some how he's only human. The only things will get under his skin eventually. You know what I mean? But Stephen A. He's talking crazy. But this is Stephen A's place, his space. Like Stephen A. He's a commentator. He's been in the media for a long time. He knows how to stir the pot. He knows how to keep a news and everything linger. You know what I mean? He's dragging it a little bit. You know what I mean? But at the same time, he got feelings behind it. He kind of really does feel some type of way about LeBron. He don't really mess with LeBron like that for multiple reasons. Whatever his reasons is, that's beyond me. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I mean? I think it's all fun and games, man. I think LeBron took it a little too serious. I'm gonna be honest with you. If you ask me, I'm not a LeBron fan. He's not my GOAT on the court, man. I've been seeing. I was in middle school when LeBron was when he entered the league in 2003. In 2003, LeBron entered the league. I was in middle school. I was heavy into basketball. I played basketball, so I really got to watch his whole career from the beginning to the end. And on the court, personally, if you ask me, he ain't the GOAT. You know what I mean? I'm an AI. Tracy McGrady. Uh, uh, what's his name? Michael Jordan. I like guys like who got that killer instinct at the end of the game. But that's beyond the point. But my thing is off the court, I have to give it to LeBron. He's the GOAT. He handles himself like a professional off the court. Off the court, I'm gonna have to give him the GOAT. You know what I mean? Because he handles himself. He's very disciplined. He's a focused individual. He put his family first. He's a guy, a model to follow behind, and I can respect that. You know what I mean? He's always put family first, and I can understand how this got under his skin. You know what I mean? To get a reaction out of him. I can see how Stephen A. had poked at him and got out of him. But all in all, I don't think that Stephen A. was out of pocket. I think that he just, was poking at the bear, and he did eventually pick the right subject and the right time with Bronny. Bronny was a good tough subject to pick on, but I'm gonna be honest with you about Bronny. He's being honest. Let's be honest, man. There's other guys who could have made it inside the league that were better than than Bronny. Bronny could have got like undrafted and then worked his way inside the D League and orchestrate your Lakers thing. But you can't get too mad at the nepotism. You know what I mean? If you had the opportunity, you probably would do the same. And so I can't be mad at LeBron, but at the same time, LeBron can't be mad at Stephen A. for having his take about his game, and rightfully so. When we're talking about on the court, yeah, LeBron did say some things that was like, oh, I'm going to whatever team my son goes to. My son is better than half of the players. He said things, you know what I mean, that was a little controversial as well. So he has to eat up what he was saying. And you said that you put that fire under your son. Your son really is not all that, but he's not trash. But he's just not the guy. He could have worked his way inside the league, and Stephen A. has the right to say so, just like I had a right to say that you're not really all that great in basketball court. You know what I'm saying? LeBron, a lot of people love LeBron, and I love LeBron. I respect him a lot, off the court for sure, but on the court he's not that guy. For me, he never really can dribble really. He's not really a great shooter. You know what I mean? He's not a natural shooter. For me personally, I don't think that he got that killer instinct, at the end of the game to finish it by himself or to take over a fourth quarter. He has the ability to, but I don't think his mindset is. But that's beyond the point, man. I think that this was, this was a good little beef that they got going on. I think Stephen A is squeezing the lemon. LeBron had fell into the trap. This is not his space as far as talking, but LeBron did a good job I mean, making jokes out of a situation that he most likely takes serious. You know what I mean? So he making jokes out of it now. So he's, he said what he had to say to Stephen A. I'm pretty sure he got what he had to say off his chest. I'm pretty sure it won't go past that. Maybe a couple more conversations or no, I don't even think he gonna even try to touch another podcast about Stephen A. unless maybe he poke at him again on the right thing. I don't know. But man, y'all go ahead and let me know what y'all think. Please leave a like, comment, subscribe. Tell me what y'all think about the video. Yeah, and I'm out.